There we go. Just need to move across a little. There we go. There we go. And as I say, gotta just... Well, that's all working, which means I get to go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Yes, in the last episode, we continued on with episode 3, Turnabout. Wait, what? Wait, if you're the culprit and you're arresting me... You're a corrupt cop. Wait, what? How does that work? That means nothing. Anyway, yes, we were going to investigate the Fountain Room because it turns out that Von Karma had blocked off every single room. I can't go in that room, I can't go in that room, I can't go in that room, and I can't go in that room. I don't know what to do, so we're going to talk to our little investigator guy here. Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating? Sir, I'm analyzing the fountain water to see what might be in it, sir. You're the government. Yeah, okay. Oh, Mike's coming a little bit wobbly again. He's... God damn it. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's becoming wobbly again. Stupid screws. And what did you find? Chocolate! Well, looks like the kind of flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir. The composition of the chocolate. Well, the composition of the chocolate seems to be the same as that of Mr. Tangaroa's work. And the flavorings and colorings match the profile of those used in Mr. Frost's eye sculptures, sir. Those little rivers flow from all four modest rooms right here to this fountain. Guess it's how the stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in there.
Can YouTube become YouTube and start lagging?
Why does that not surprise me? That's not all, sir. We also found blood. What? Why is there blood in the water? It's blood in the water. We don't know what that's from. It's from Legally Blonde. From the musical. There's blood in the water. Think back to our investigation of the murder scene, Detective. Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be there here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anyone mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. The victim's blood was mysteriously absent, and part of me was the part of the chocolate chest it had pulled on. I believe that the blood probably belonged to...
Take that!
The victim, huh? I'll have the guy compare it with the blood on the murder weapon. It's a match. The blood in the fountain. It's Frost's. But why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream and into a fountain like this? Oh, okay. We've learned a little more about the contest participants, but there's still one question involving Mr. Gusto, for which we never got an answer. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto? You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why. Sure, I was... Silence. You are not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room? And that's not all. I also have questions about the work he submitted for the semi-finals, and the confectioner who admitted to lacking design sense and a sculpture with it in spades. Mr. Gusto could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself, which is why I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Detective, I need to ask Mr. Gusto a few more questions. His story still doesn't quite add up for me. Me neither.
That evil face is the culprit.
That evil face. What, bad? Come on, he's not that bad. I mean, I know he's got furrowed eyebrows and everything, got quite an evil-looking face, but he's not that bad. We need to figure out how to get in touch with him. Oh, do you now? Oh, god damn it. Fucking hell, man. Why? Good luck with that.
You will starve.
The Gustav. Good luck with that, because I have no intention of allowing it. Mr. Von Karma, I am already in the midst of my own investigation to Gusto, so there's no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same questions again. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have. He seems dead set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto, in which case... Fine. Then allow me to take you up on the offer. Very well, what is it? I'd like you to tell me about the connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost. The connection between Gusto and Frost was simply a matter of coincidence. They both happened to be taking part in the same contest. And that's all. That's all I have to say to you. Well, but that doesn't help us at all. We have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. And it's imperative that we do. He's clearly hiding something.
Hold it!
Yes, there must have been a connection of some kind. And if you would cease your baseless interruptions, I will happily tell you what it is. So the court will have you removed for contempt. But isn't that solely the judge's purview? Yeah, Judge Von Karma would probably have danced to his tune. What? Even judges are scared of him? Yes, but it won't be an easy trial, that's for sure. Please, Mr. Von Karma, continue.
Hold it!
Granted, it may have simply been a coincidence that they both entered the same competition, but that doesn't rule out a connection of some other kind between the two. I do hate to repeat myself, but if you do not have any pertinent evidence, then kindly keep your mouth shut. Guess I'll just do as he says for now. At least, until I find the evidence that proves Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's connection. Still, the look in your eye speaks volume. Go on then, what are you trying to say? Make up your mind, will you? Should I keep my mouth shut or not? Seems Mr. Von Karma is keen to keeping us away from truth. Which means the truth must be inconvenient to him somehow, right? Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost had something in common. I just need to present the thing they shared to Mr. Von Karma. There we go. That's a bit better. I'm going to assume it's this.
Objection!
Yes, I was going to say I'm assuming it's that. I wonder if you could look at the two confections in the foreground for me, Mr. Von Karma. They were made for the contest semi-finals. Both are quite exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree? Get to the point. The nameplate suggests these were Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries. Mr. Gusto told us that confectionery design was far from his strong suit, and yet his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good, in fact. We learned from another witness their two entries also tasted exactly the same. What are you suggesting? I am suggesting that they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? While at first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different, it soon becomes apparent that there are significant similarities in how they were put together. They are made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share a similar design style. The picture is proof positive the two were working together. You figured out that much. I suppose there's little point in denying it. Mr. Von Karma knew all along that they were cooperating? But I'll warn you, none of what you're about to hear will be to your advantage. Oh, I don't know, I can twist it to be my advantage, but you know. Let me confirm what you seem so desperate to prove. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together. Gusto spelled out the details of his relationship to Frost during his questioning last night. It seemed they were helping one another right up until the day before the final.
Mr. Gonkama.
Mr. Gonkama. Ha!
Because he dead.
Jesus. Oh, I love it. Oh, I do. Oh, you do make me laugh. Oh, I love it. Oh, anyway. So, you do the two are cooperating. Mr. Gonkama, why are you trying to bury me? Oh, dearie me, because he's dead. It's Mr. Gonkama. Because he's dead. 6 feet under. He got shot. Please, enough with the petty slander. I needed much to avoid you poking your nose around before I could provide proper context in court. It simply
Well, at
slipped.
least it's not Konkama.
Konkama? What do you mean, Konkama? It simply slipped on my mind to explain that to you. It doesn't explain why he's being so slippy with the facts, though. I need to figure out what he's hiding. I can't let things end like this.
Hold it!
So you did know there was a connection between the two. Why are you trying to hide it? I don't just hand out information. Contradict. Konkama. Well, I just don't hand out information like candy. It's certainly not offense. Or sweets, as we would call them here in Britain and the UK. Not like that lollipop nursing fool of a detective. You do things your way, and I'll do them mine. You wonder why I refuse to change a traitor like you. Hold it! Last night, after Mr. Frost's work melted,
And
correct?
also Kon mean the opposite.
Yeah? No? Yeah? I don't know. I don't think so. Like what? Eve, I guess. I don't know. Last night, after Mr. Frost's work melted, correct? Yes, I interviewed Gusto personally. Eesh, a one-on-one with Buck Karma, that must have been terrifying. Ah, that's why. I imagine Mr. Gusto probably meditated his way through the different parts. Okay, there we go. He most certainly did not every time he closed his eyes. I brought him back with a mighty snap. No one dares me something. Did they even work on him? And that is how I was able to perfectly learn every last detail of Mr. Frost's relationship.
Hold it!
But why were they cooperating? Gusto's sense of design is subpar. Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. Neither of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone. What was their endgame? Why cooperate until only the day before the finals? Gusto claims to have ended the scheme. Allegedly, he wanted to win the final on his own merits. His one and only goal really was to crown the world's best confectioner. His pride was not allowed to do so now. Rasputin can only ever win hollow victories, I guess. I was under the impression that their collaboration had only lasted to the semi-finals. I certainly think it might have lasted up to the final itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you some more about how long they've worked together for, if you don't mind. Must.
We have Gon Karma and the debt collector Gregory.
Gon Karma and debt collector Gregory. Now we just need, yeah. Report offender at your service. There's no pen and pen. Before you ask, I'm not objecting to your characterization of Mr. Gusto's design sense. Yeah, he admitted himself he isn't all that great. He made what he alleged to be a likeness. Just thinking the abomination came out with turns my stomach. Yeah, I can't let the guys work. Artistically rich amateur and artistically impoverished professional. In a way, it was inevitable they'd wind up working together.
Hold it!
You really believe they were cooperating until the day before the finals, and then just simply stopped? Seems a little strange to me, would you agree? I don't know. Yeah. I have told you the truth. Whether you find it strange or not is not of my concern. He is concerned enough to try and hide from me only a few minutes ago. It means there must have been a reason for that. Based on Mr. Tangaroa's assessment, it sounded as if Mr. Frost's entry and final were clear winner. Which means he must have still been working with Mr. Gusto, right? Precisely what I was... Might must have some evidence that proves they were cooperating right up to the finals. It's either semi-final entry, Mr. Cohen's statement, or Mr. Frost's rumor.
Objection!
No. Take a look at this. That has no bearing on this discussion whatsoever. Yeah. I'm going to cut in at least do so with something, yes. He's laughing at me.
Objection!
Damn it, I knew it was one or the other. I had to admit. They weren't working together during the
Mr.
finals.
Gon Karma, where my money?
Your money? Where's my money? I deserve compensation. Because, you know, Gon Karma. What is it? Can't pay, we'll take it away. Thanks, Gregory. Ruined everything. Debt collector. I find that a little hard to believe. Mrs. Cohen is on record as having described Mr. Frost's creations as scrumptious. While he was certainly skilled, without even he could become a world-class confectioner overnight, it seemed far more likely that he and Mr. Gusto were still cooperating. How many times must I explain this to you? Assertions require proof, and one person's entirely subjective statement is not proof of anything. Besides, even amateurs can occasionally make delicious food. Perhaps Frost was simply lucky. My wife, for example. There we go. Okay, there we go. My wife, for example, is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame. How is that not an entirely subjective statement? Good lord. I mean, if that's not subjective, if that is not subjective, I don't know what is. Like, good lord. Furthermore, you are ignoring another crucial part of the pharmacist's testimony, namely that she also describes some of Frost's works as having been unbearably salty. In other words, your evidence that she shows that Frost failed to produce the perfect confectionery. No more objections, I take it. There must be some way I can prove that Gusto and Frost were still collaborating. Mr. E? Something that's been on my mind. Yes, what is it, Eddie? Mr. Frost sent you for the finals. Wouldn't it have taken a while to make? I would imagine so. Making flavored water, freezing it all, and then cutting 2 whole sculptures? Can he really have done all that and helped Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I'd barely have gotten as far as to send the flavored water up to freeze pot. Just can't see how Mr. Frost could have pulled it off. Perhaps there's some loyal instinct in you after all, Eddie. Your ponderings certainly point to another possibility. Eddie's right. And Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavoured ice to create his art. And there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. So what must Mr. Frost have done in order to finish his flavoured ice century within a time limit? He must have made the flavoured ice the day before. Then all he would have had to do was sculpt it. What are you muttering about now? Oh, I'm sorry, I just realised something, that's all. I realised that you're correct. What? Mr. E? I hope you know what you're doing. Oh? Accepting defeat at last, are we? The only thing I'm accepting is perhaps one of the things you said was true. They were helping one another right up until the day before the final. Just as you said. The day before the final really did mark the end of their collaboration. Mr. Frost's century was carved entirely from blocks of flavoured ice. Ice which would have needed at least a day to freeze, and whose flavours would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto. Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me, that he helped Frost until the day before the final. In that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in turn?
HMMN, so Mr. Frost really frozen.
I guess, in a manner of speaking, yeah.
Objection.
Mr. Frost really is frozen. And I didn't even read that bit. I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead. Objection, perhaps not, but I imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us why don't you let us speak with him? Or do you still insist your interrogation was thorough as you claim? As thorough as you claim, should I say? How dare you call my methods into question? That's not my intention. I just don't understand why you would obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. Give me one good reason as to why you're keeping Mr. Gusto from me. One good reason? Certainly. The how and why of Frost and Gusto's collaboration have absolutely no bearing on the case. How can you possibly say that with any certainty? Their relationship had broken down for some reason. I could very well have been the motive behind this murder. Could it indeed?
I say last stream like father like son fruit. Doesn't fall far from tree unless it got picked up by human.
Exactly! The fruit doesn't fall far from the tree unless it gets picked up by a human. This is what I've been saying! Miles is a robot! Miles is not human! Or he could be an alien. Robot or alien. You take your pick at this point. And why did Gusto himself tell me about all about it? Why did the man you seem so keen on accusing share the details of your collaboration with the prosecution? Please tell me you have some proof to back up your preposterous suspicions this time. Mr. Gusto only acted suspiciously one time that we know of, and I imagine Mr. Von Karma is aware of exactly that suspicious action was. Which means this is probably a trap. Well, cat have got your tongue. But even if this is a trap, I can't back down now. Mr. Gusto... Mr. Gusto stalk into Mr. Frost's room. We still don't know why. That fact alone is reason enough to suspect him. If that's your only concern, then allow me to clear it up for you. I know it. It was a trap. I was saving this for the trial, but consider it a taste of things to come. Plus, I'd hate for the proceedings to drag on because of your needless interjections. Here, take a look at this. Aye, they knew each other. That's...
I know he goes to his room, because he sculpted the ice statue.
Possibly. I mean, you do also have this picture, but they know each other, so what? They don't exactly seem to like each other, but there you go. Gusto and Frost, and their sons. Gusto snuck into Frost's room in order to retrieve this photograph. But why? It seems their sons attended the same elementary school. Gusto were concerned of the fact that Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under undue suspicion. A concern that you have just proved was entirely well-founded. Gusto's actions make perfect sense, and you have given me no reason to believe otherwise. Oh, he's never gonna let me talk to Mr. Gusto. Now, if you are quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with. But smug, self-righteous jerk, I'll give him something to be getting on with. What do we do, Mr. E? Mr. Tangaroa's finished. We can't figure something out. Things to be getting on with.
Is run to the wall.
Oh god, yeah. Logic is out the window at this point. What exactly could those things be? He has a body, a murder weapon, and a suspect in custody. If the prosecution means to pursue Mr. Tangaroa, surely they have all they need. So why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating the scene of a crime? My mystery. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. We're missing something. Something important. Mr. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangaroa, and yet and what is life? 42? It's 42, isn't it? The meaning of life. 42? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? And yet he still doesn't seem entirely confident in this case. That's right, isn't it? 42 is the meaning of life.
57.
Oh, God damn it. 42, 57, 69, 420. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. If he was, why refuse to share information with Detective Bad? Who else? I haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. Guy's probably got a hand in that too. In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here isn't. You're right. Don't already meant it. We literally had this flashback like 5 seconds ago. Evidence that turned up, not in Mr. Tangaroa's room, but in a most unusual place. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost's. Blood in the water. There were no traces of Mr. Frost's blood left in Mr. Tangaroa's room, yet we found some in the fountain instead. Why? Mr. Frost's blood went missing from
Some museum bioreact to Valkyria Chronicles guns.
British Gun Museum guy? What? Who's this? Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene, but traces of it showed up in the fountain. Why go to the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body had been discovered? And why only the blood? Surely the body would have also been in the way. Wait, can someone have moved the body aside to get to the blood? Fair enough. So the body might have been moved aside, or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there's still no autopsy report. We've learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspect, but very little about the body itself. I mean, that is also true. To be fair, I'm going to take this off for a second. To be fair, I think one of the next games I'm going to look into playing is Nonary Games, aka Zero Escape. It's been one that's been on my radar for quite a while now. But yeah, again, I have quite a few voice acting and RPG games to kind of get through. I mean, you've got Valkyrie Chronicles, you've got Persona 3, and Persona 3 Reload that came out last year. You've got, as I said, Nonary Games and, Zero Escape, all three games, 999, Virtue's Last Reward, and the last one, whichever that one is, and different things like that. So again, we've got quite a few games to play. It's just this. It's moolah, it's dosh, it's wonga, it's money. Our assumption thus far has been that the body had been recovered by the forensics team. But what if that assumption is false? What if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report out of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way around all along? The question isn't why did Mr. Von Karma hold back information about the body, it's did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body hadn't been removed by the police in order to carry out an autopsy. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival. Mr. E? We've both heard the rumors about Mr. Von Karma's questionable methods.
Some game developers think that game in console can't be pirate.
Ah, interesting. Never knew that. Did not know that. Fabricated witness statements, shady deals, forged evidence even. Sure, everybody's heard of that stuff, but what's that got to do with us right now? I would never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone, even Mr. Von Karma. I try my best not to let my preconceptions colour our interactions with him. Nonetheless, it appears he may indeed be willing to twist the truth to his own ends. Twist the truth? You mean he's been playing dirty? I fear he might have been, and still is. And I'm not about to let him get away with it.
That's why they only publish in console, but we all know PC pirate is bigger chat.
I mean, that is also true. Oh god, hang on a minute, what's this? Oh god damn it, what's this? It's a trial. God damn it, fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. Fine. 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 Okay. Fine. I'm returning to the prosecutor's office to breathe a word about anything to that infernal attorney. Yes, sir.
Hold it.
Yes, what is it now? I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain factor you've been keeping from us. I have to do something different every time he goes there. I love it. I love it. I love the noise it makes. Really? You mean to call the methods of an officially sanctioned investigation into question yet again? I'm warning you, if you obstruct the police in their work any further, there will be consequences.
Objection.
It's not the police I have an issue with, Mr. Von Karma, it's you. What? Isn't it on the prosecution to work out who the real culprit of crime is? What foolishness is this? I have no intention of debating what a prosecution's role is or not with the likes of you. But let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Believe me when I say I leave absolutely no room for doubt when I present my perfect, unassailable cases.
Objection.
And how far would you go with your perfect cases? Would you create facts out of the whole cloth, perhaps? Well, I thought you had outdone yourself already, but now you intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence? I do. Because it is... Bobby, why you've done nothing but to hinder Detective Bad from doing his job at every turn? What are you talking about? You didn't shut him out in the investigation because you wanted him to keep an eye on us. You did it to stop him from finding out that you don't have the body. Well, he doesn't have the body?
You keep become lag-liar each time I watch stream.
Again, this is really weird because on my personal end, I mean, I will show you, right? I have my own live stream up on my phone, okay? Simple as that. I have my live stream up on my phone to make sure that there's no lag, the sound still works, the stream doesn't stop prematurely as it has done a couple of times. On my phone, there is no lag whatsoever. None. Which is really weird. And I have pins and needles in my foot. Ha 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 ha. Ridiculous, you're clutching at straws. I will tolerate no more of your preposterous slander. Then allow us to examine it. Maybe. It's really odd, but for you it lags, for me it doesn't. It's really weird. But, I don't know. I have no explanation. It's why the text-to-speech seems to get quieter and quieter. I have no explanation. It's really weird. Prove me wrong if you can. I'm afraid you'll have to try a little harder than that. I am under no obligation whatsoever to prove your baseless accusations one way or another. As you must have seen for yourself, a piece of bloody chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear and where did it go? What does it matter? Some blood went missing from a chest where the body was found. So what? So what, indeed? That's precisely my question. If the body was still at the scene when the police got here, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let us suppose for a moment that the body was not. If someone had wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room, then it all makes perfect sense. What is this petty obsession with the blood stain? But since it's so important to you, why don't you tell me where you believe it went? Of course. After all, evidence is everything, as you never tire of telling us. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely. What evidence do I have that shows where the blood from Mr. Tangrose went?
Take that!
When I watch video it's 720p clear, no lag. But when it's streamed 240p still buffering.
That's really weird. Like, very, very weird why that's happening. Traces of the victim's blood are found in the fountain. along with traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangaroa's room. I believe the missing piece of blood-stained chocolate was dumped into the stream that flows to the fountain, which strongly points towards one certain fact. Someone purposefully disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from the chest. Mr. Von Karma, where did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me! Where'd you get your hands on that kind of evidence? You have neither the authority nor the means to carry out that kind of analysis on the fountain water. No, but I do. Curse you, bad! You've been a thorn in my side from the moment you were assigned. Well, no longer. As of now, you are officially off the case. It's barely on in the first place. Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Will you admit it? Will you confirm that no body was ever recovered? Really quite the claim, you know. One that you will never find any proof for, I'm afraid. What must I do to get an answer out of him? Now, if you don't mind, I've given you quite enough of my precious time already. I look forward to destroying you in court. Gregory Edgeworth. Truly? Your precious logic and theories won't save you then. Nothing will. Mark my words, Mr. Von Karma. Your methods will be your undoing. No matter how you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to light in the end. Not you, good sir, but your son. Forgive me, Detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position. Forgive me, Detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position. Don't sweat it. It was always going to end this way. Honestly, always had a sideline me the way he did before. First time for everything, huh? You know, I think you might be right about the body being missing. I am, and I'll prove it in court. Well, if there's nothing I can do to help, just say the word. Since, you know, I'm off the case now. That's very kind. And I'm sorry to keep asking favors of you, Detective Bat, but there is one more thing. Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Come on, let me in on a secret. Alright, Eddie. The detective and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. We have enough to see Mr. Tangaroa acquitted, but I prefer to have an ace in the hole just in case.
That does look like that cowboy who shaved but never cleaned.
Which one? The Ace Attorney cowboy or another cowboy who shaves but never cleans? And what is it? You'll find out in the courtroom. Wait, what? You're letting me join you? Of course I am. You are my assistant, after all. More than that, by next year I'll be a full-fledged attorney, you know. We can take on Mr. Von Karma together. Indeed. Though I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangaroa by then. But if we're up against Mr. Von Karma, I guess we can't rule out the possibility this might take some time. Right, but we'll do everything we can in the meantime. I know you can beat Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe in you. We can't allow Mr. Tangaroa... We can't allow Mr. Tangaroa to remain imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. And we won't. I'll expose Mr. Von Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do. To be continued. We are going to continue on a little bit longer, don't you worry about that. The identity of the body. In our time or their time? I'm going to assume our time. Yes, our time. And that's pretty much how things went down. Those are the facts of the IS-7, as far as I'm concerned. I'm finally learning the truth about my father's last case. So, what happened to the trial? Well, we lost. Von Karma did a real number on us. Really? You can't prove that Mr. Tangaroa is innocent? Oh, we can prove it, alright. He had a decent little pile of evidence in our favor. Problem was, we underestimated Von Karma. He fought even dirtier than we feared. I can imagine. Secure conviction at all costs. That was always his guiding principle. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Anywho, the trial dragged on, and the whole thing took about a year in the end. I'll never forget the day the verdict came down. December 28th, the following year. It's April now, so... Ooh, mama, we're talking about 17 years ago. Time sure does fly, huh? December 28th. I was there that day 17 years ago, sitting in the courtroom gallery. Just before the trial got started, Gregory noticed that Samson was looking even worse than usual.
Very dirty, fatty, that dead.
He died. Man, dead. He got shot, and then he got in prison. Boom. And Dad's dead. And God damn it, man. Turns out a poor guy had finally reached his limits. So bad, even he said he wanted to be found guilty. Wait, you mean forced a confession out of him? Yeah. Come and get what he'd been pushing for from the very beginning. When Gregory tried to drop the bombshell about that being nobody to speak of, he learned that Van Kammer used the power of the police to had him off in the pass. He even had himself a fake autopsy report, but that wasn't the end of it. Van Kammer had gotten Samson to falsely testify against himself, to being an accessory to murder in court. Combined with his confession, the poor guy's goose was well and truly cooked. But Gregory still had his ace up in the hole, though. Same ace he has to take. The same ace he has Detective Barr to help him with. Exactamundo! He knew he needed one less card to play if they squeezed the confession out of Samson. So he had Barr record all of Samson's interrogations. Detective Barr really wanted to know the truth too, huh? Sorry. Who was that? I asked Detective Barr really wants to know the truth too, huh? We all did. He was a trooper, stayed with the case even after Van Kammer took him off of it. He was tied up in some other big case too. Good old Bad. They don't make him like that anymore. Gumshoe just comes charging and just goes, "What do you say, pal? I'm here too, you know." Anyway, Gregory presented the recordings of proof that Samson's confession was coerced. You know what? It almost worked. A cop named Ian Sipeman got fired. Samson's interrogator and the initial detective before Bad, he took the fall of pretty much the whole thing. But Van Kammer didn't get away scot-free. In fact, he was disciplined by the chief prosecutor. The one and only time in his 40-year career. Still, Samson himself couldn't stomach another day in court. So when that guilty verdict came down, it didn't just seem to the end of that day. The whole sad affair. I don't remember a lot myself, but my father's face when they declared Mr. Tangarella guilty. I was a young child at the time, but even I could tell how much he was hurting inside. Gregory wanted to appeal the ruling, of course. He would have done anything to clear Samson's name.
I just noticed that your camera a little bit out of focus.
Is it? I don't know how to change the focus of the camera. It's weird. I don't know. Poor guy. Never got the chance. I should have left with him that day. I'll always blame myself for not doing that. But I shoved that aside and obsessed over something else instead. Or rather, someone else. I hated what you did. Hated you for choosing to stick with Van Kammer. I hope you can forgive me. No. You had every right to hate me. I went on to become a prosecutor as planned, and that's when Mr. Van Kammer showed me this case file. According to these records, Mr. Tangarella was convicted as the main culprit of Mr. Frost's murder. Nope, that's not right. Samson was convicted as an accessory to murder. Strange. The file clearly states that he was the perpetrator. Plus, I'm fairly certain that all of Mr. Van Kammer's cases were successfully solved. Mind if I take a peek at those? The file's been doctored. The part about the verdict, it's been changed. What? Here, feast your peepers on this. Convicted convicted as an accomplice? That's a copy of the file they had on record in the courthouse. And why is my copy so different? Well, you said it came from Montgomery, yeah? I guess he didn't want Gregory's son thinking there was a murderer still out there still alive. And when you're looking into it again before the statute of limitations was up. So everything I believed about the case was a lie? Like they say, we all gotta start somewhere. What's important is you know what's what now. The statute of limitations may have run out. Truth's still out there, you know? I inherited Sampson's case when your old man passed. Pardon me. Prosecutors handed it off to somebody else, too. Montgomery wasn't going to bother facing up against a rookie like me, was he? Anyway, long story short, the killer was never found. Sampson was found guilty instead. It's terrible. Is there really nothing we can do to help him? Not without a real perp, I'm afraid. Until then, his confession stands. Speaking of which, I didn't find out until after the verdict had been handed down, but Moncada had threatened Sampson and made him a deal. Told him if he didn't confess, he'd make sure Judy was convicted instead. How could he? Sampson knew there was no way Judy could have done it, of course, but he wasn't going to take any chances. So he did what he was told and confessed to keep her safe. Bitch. Now riddle me this, Mozzie boy. What do you think your Uncle Eddie just happened to be in the prison the day Bronco Knight died? What? Oh, why do you think? Oh my god, no way. Ah, that's right. You were there to see Mr. Tangaroa. Bingo! Judy and I both promised we'd visit him every day. I didn't quite keep that promise, but Judy did. She never missed one visit in all these years. Come rain or shine, she always showed up. Well, that changes the fact that Simpson is still being unduly punished day after day. How heartbreaking. Gotta do something, Mr. Fender. Well, kiddo, that's actually why we came here. The ice sculptures are back on display, just like they were all those years ago. We're gonna see what we can find out. Right, Miles Reno? I'm a prosecutor, Fender. I don't look at these things in the same way you all was. You all my father. Miles? Well, that doesn't matter right now. Speaking as a prosecutor, but as Miles Edgeworth. I want to know the truth behind both of these cases. I'm not leaving until I do. You really are a Gregory's son, through and through. Alrighty then, now that that's sorted, we can really get to work. Good thing I brought the IS-7 case file and the evidence with me today, huh? Here, documents first. Who doesn't love paperwork, am I right? The parts in red ink are my annotations. Thank you, Fender. Ah! Note, statute of limitations about 3 years ago on December 24th. Simpson, Tangaroa's mansion, Tangaroa's room. 18 years ago, murder weapon, rock salt lamp. Prosecutor man from Montcana, Constantine Gregory Edgeworth. Simpson, Tangaroa, age 39, organized a confectionery contest. Victims while inside one of his creations, leading to his arrest. While in detention, Tangaroa discovered that he had a taste disorder, which was subsequently cured via medication. Verdict: convicted as an accomplice based on his confession. Artie Frost, 38, also known as Paul Halik, under which name he was renowned sculptor in France, confectionery contest. Body was discovered in Tangaroa's room, caused death, blood loss following the blow to the head. Eddie then put no detailed autopsy report due to the body going missing, and then a picture of the crime scene. Lovely. Thank you, Fender. And here's some evidence for you. Enjoy. It's quite a few, so it'd take a minute to scope them out if I were you. Small mountain of evidence from IS-7 is received from Fender. Yes, I see. I'll take a look at them in a bit. You know what, Kirky's is full of loose threads too. Couldn't think of it. Small mountain. Yes. 4 pieces of evidence. Indeed. The key player is that incident 18 years ago who just happened to get caught up in another incident. The ice sculptures in the Winter Wing that are perfect replicas of the ones from 18 years ago. A poison gas attack in the Autumn Wing, which has been disguised to look like the Winter Wing. The two chemicals that were found inside the Pisces statue display case, ubiquium and asphyxium. That form of poisonous gas when mixed together. The victim of the gas attack, Carmelo Gusto, which is no stranger to the events of 18 years ago, and who is still unconscious and undergoing treatment in the medical room. And finally, we come to the body floating face down in the fountain. And the fact that the ice sculptures have melted, just as he did all those years ago. The events of the present day would appear to be immediately intimately linked with the events of the past, which means they may be able to help us learn more about what happened 18 years ago. Sounds good to me. Let's get investigating.
Objection!
Oh, fuck you. Oh, no, you don't. Aren't you forgetting somebody? I could have sworn this is my investigation. Eustace is quite right. I do hope you aren't intending to obstruct him in his duties, Mr. Edgeworth. Ah! I was doing so well without these two. I was so happy, right? I was so happy.
Afraid.
Yes, but I was so happy in 18 years past playing as Gregory that I actually genuinely forgot about these two. I forgot about Winner and Gavale. I forgot.
Just give us Ghost of Menford.
Maya, could you come here? Maya, could you come here a second? But why? You're like the opposition. I don't care. I need you. Okay, fine, whatever. I would hate to have to add a guilty to my report on the committee. What am I guilty of now? Of course not. I am simply offering once again to do what I can to help with this investigation. Your offer is duly noted and duly declined. Oof, she isn't pulling any punches. The identity of the body from the fountain is currently being ascertained. It's only a matter of time until we have all the information we need. Or perhaps I could help you speed the process along. I think I have an idea of who our mystery victim might be. What, really? Then you had to tell me! It's the law! Very well. Maybe it isn't just the ice sculptures that have resurfaced after 18 years. The body in the fountain may also be a visitor from the past. I was gonna say the hair looked familiar. I believe the body in the fountain is that of the man who was murdered here 18 years ago, Mr. Artie Frost. What? You seen that poor Chili? That was poor Chili Winks. Wait, who the heck is Chili Winks? Or Artie, or whoever it is you're talking about? Artie Frost was a famous sculptor, Eustace, although he's better known as Paul Halique. The sculptures on display here are all his works. No way! Sounds like he did well for himself. Always good to encounter a fellow winner. Mr. Frost was also the victim of the IS-7 incident. John Gavale knows about the IS-7 incident? Mr. Edgeworth, the IS-7 incident is an 18-year-old case, and according to police records, the victim's body was recovered and an autopsy duly carried out. Sure, that's what the records say, but the records can't always be trusted. What are you insinuating? The more the records say stuff like body totally recovered, the defense back then begged to differ. Not that it stopped the prosecutors from shutting them down hard, of course. Pardon me. Yeah, this is Winner. Huh. What? Really? What is this, Eustace? The body. We've got an ID.
So we know it's 3 years after from that case.
Yes. Yes, I think so, yeah. I believe so, yeah. Wait, no, yeah? No? Yeah? I don't know. Some sculpture named Frost or something. So I guess Edgeworth caught it. Goddess of Justice! So, my father's deductions were right all along. Well, Dr. Gavale, I'd say this changes things, wouldn't you? Perhaps now you'll admit that I might be of use to this case. More than a certain junior prosecutor, anyway. Yeah, no fair! You're trying to steal the win! I'm doing no such thing. All I want is to uncover the truth. And if we're going to get to the bottom of what happened here, we'll need to work together. We do not need to do anything, and you do not need to know the truth. The case is none of your concern. Whoa there, Judge D. I think you may be wrong about that. Another of your interruptions, Mr. Fender? Yep. See, I was on the defense team for IS-7s. This case is very much my concern. I was one of the pesky kids pushing the theory that the body had actually gone missing. The prosecutor at the time may have brushed us off, but you can't deny the testimony of your eyes. Or to put it a little more bluntly...
Because the last case of the air is 2 years after the first game, so the EI1 and 2 is directly after those game.
Yeah... Oh, I don't know. I can't lie. I'm quite confused. But there we go. Or to put it a little more... yeah. It was random from the ground up. That's where there's been a miscarriage of justice caused by the prosecution. It's the committee's job to fix it, no? And who better to help you than the mess someone who was there at the time? Unless you have an ulterior motive. Judge Capel seems to know the facts of the IS-7 incident in some detail, in which case I suspect he'll be here on the committee's behalf. No connection to the case is noted, Mr. Fender, but I fear how it concerns Mr. Edgeworth. He's the son of the original defense attorney and the protege of the case's lead prosecutor. If that's not enough for you, he was at the trial too. I think it's just possible he might have a little something to bring to the table, don't you? Very well, you may both assist in the investigation. And assisting in the investigation is where we're going to have to leave off for today. That's a very good place to leave off. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really... Of course she does. That or the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence has ulterior motive, in which case then Judge Gabale, Judge Mama, has ulterior motives. But either way, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!